Sometimes I think about these churches and all these pastors, preachers, and these reverends. Uh, they seem to own all the church properties. Uh, Now all the churches in Africa, because there's too many churches right now in Africa, and these people exactly they're not actually worshiping God. Some of the churches, if you go to some of the churches, the Bible chapters or the prescription uh, they read, you find them so different from the whole Testament, because it seems like every church now has written the whole Bible. Um, Now, when God created human being, He created human being with His own image, the image of God, which is the Spirit. Because He created you with the Spirit, that is His image in you. Even if you didn't go to the church temple, God will still listen to your prayers. You can be at home and pray, or you can go to church and pray, but God will just look into your prayer if you pray deeply inside you with a heart surrendered to God. He will listen to you. Whatever you ask for, you will be given. Okay. But now it seems that the churches are being turned into organizations. Now there's wars going on now between the churches over the congregations or over the popularity. Some pastors sometimes have beef with the other pastors of the other churches because of too many congregations the other pastors have in their churches. But I don't think this is the right thing, because if you are a pastor, you you're giving a word of God to the people, because people came to your church to worship God, and through you they think through you their message or their prayers can be delivered to God. So that's the reason why every Sunday people go to church and pray, and they put you on that podium to preach, interpret the word that is written in the Bible, so that they can be able to understand. And people go to church carrying money as offering to give. Pastors and preachers of reverence pretending all this offering are for God. And I believe God did not ask any reverend or a church to contribute money so that it can be given to him. Okay. Uh, there's a lot there's a lot of gifts that we can give. There's a lot of material things that we can give in terms of happiness, because as humans you can be happy, and to show your happiness to God, actually you can go to church and present something to show that God has been good to you. But not that every day you have to go to church and pay something that called offering. The reason before I say churches turned into organization, because now even pastors, even churches now has elections. I never heard of that before. It's not even written in the Bible like a pastor should be re-elected, or a pastor should be elected from the congregation to come and rule a certain church. If you have been chosen by God, God Himself will put you there. You can preach. You can preach to people, uh, not even in church. You can go outside there and give the word of God to people. You can preach the word of God to your kids in the house, your wife, or your relatives, even your neighbors. Why is it that right now pastors are fighting over the leadership of the leadership of the church? And why is it that when a time comes for a moderation, they have to go through elections? And now churches divided, especially the Presbyterian Church of South Sudan is divided into two with two moderators. Now they divided the congregations into a half. Now we come to reality. Are we actually following God rule, or we actually coming up with something different? If all these are done because of God, God said, everyone is welcome. Everyone can be a pastor. As long as you know the word God, as long as you never sin, as long as you're clean-hearted, as long as you are an honest person, you can rule. You can lead the people of God, not rule them, because no one ruled the congregation in the church. You just lead them. They put you in that podium, or they put you in front of them because you know better. You know the Bible better than the other congregation. So if you're well educated, they'll put you there so you can be giving them a Bible study or interpret the words that are written in the Bible. Now you are misleading the people that are going to church, thinking that when you ask them to come later for the deliverance in the church at night, uh, they go. And you go, when they go to you or to your church, you're still asking them to pay a certain amount for them to be delivered. What kind of prayers do you have for one particular person, which is not in the church, but in your residence as a pastor? Why do you want to deliver that only one person while you can deliver the whole church if you have that power? And why do that person has to go to your resident for deliverance prayers? That is so weird. If we take a look at this is not okay. Well, all this offering have been collected every Sunday or every Saturday, because Sabbath people, or the Adventist church people, go to church on Saturday, and people who pray on Saturday also have offering to give, and people who pray on Sunday also have some offering to give. So my question is, those offerings that have been collected for a year, where does that money goes to? Because if when it comes to building a church, if the congregation of the church are many, and the church cannot take them all, now you want to extend the church, you still ask the congregation to contribute something for the church to be built. Where does this offering that they give every Sunday goes to? Do they go to the pastor? Are this offering a salary to the pastors and his board? We don't know. And another question is, why should they go for election? God people don't have elections. They choose whoever they know that he or she can lead them in the right direction. Now you can see a lot of pastors, preachers, and reverends getting involved in politics. There's no way on earth a real pastor will get involved to the politics, because politics is a dirty game. Politics kills, but God people don't kill. God people delivered. They rescue. They pray for people. They heal. They serve God. But politician kills, corrupt, and manipulate. So if the pastors got involved in such things, and you still call yourself pastors, and you come in the church and start praying to people, stop doing crimes, stop doing adultery, stop following politics, and you, the one that is on that podium, are in politics. All the churches right now, the high priests have connection with each and every country president. Sometimes they even hold some private meeting with the pastors. What are those private meetings for? Why pastors? Some even pastors I've been elected as MPs. They own a constituency. Come on, guys. Where is this world going to? So this is it. My advice is, if you know you serve God, please, you can serve the dear God without going to church. You can still be in your house, your home with your kid. Your heart is the temple of God. And once you pray and you mean it, God will open your ways. It's not every day going to church that God will hear your prayer. You can pray in your house and God will still hear you. God need no money. God never asked any human being for money or any offering, because God has everything. That's the reason why even men with money go and kneel down and ask God for the life and thank Him for the success they had. Why will God need money when He can give money to people? But this is a way these pastors twist it around, and they turn all the churches into an organization. But you congregations, people who go to church as members, will not know until you know the secret behind it. And no pastor will ever tell you the secret of that particular church. I promise you that, trust me, no one will ever tell you what is that church for. Let's all understand, even if you go to church, the pastor in front of you is not the one that will take you to the heaven. You go to church because people gather, the people of God gather again. You know in your heart you're praying to the Almighty Father, the one above you, the one that created you with His own image. You don't have to listen to all these pastors. They're human like you. Some of them even have 2 wives. And you see all the churches now, they start interpreting lies in the Bible, things that are not in the Bible, and you seem to believe. What kind of pastor work with bodyguards? What kind of a pastor have a private jet? What kind of a pastor that have 15 or 20 cars in his garage? What kind of a pastor have own a estate? What kind of a pastor wear a silver chain and a gold wristwatch? Can you just get it? These people are ripping you off. But because they put that gown, that collar, that white collar, you think they are real pastors. No. All the churches are demonic churches. Some of all of these churches are satanic churches. Open your eyes, please. Wake up. Wake up. Let your heart be a temple of God, and let your house be where you pray God. Even if you pray or you worship God under the tree, He will still hear you. Jana goro de la ko recharu kun wala gwame ko dol ko ni diarity to wi mo na tami sika dol ko ni sumoy ko kon mashakele kan. Be pastor nen a politician ka pastor. Pastor nen take a torbiel dande ke bodyguard. Be pastor nen te yo dol ko ko waga kam ko ke telo ko makam ka ke. Jin goro go be kut bienen. Oneti these people will not take a telo gwamba kon nangten. Tejen. Telo gwamba kon nangten. We thought don't ngi no kon ke real ko. Lakini real ko ngi ko kon ke real ko tita kai nitin. Ko isi dala pastor ke bila politician. Kide la pastor ke tiga bodyguard. Kwa ila ganga ka jiran ko. Ran ko baganga ko. The angels are there for you to guide you. You don't need to have bodyguards, personal bodyguard, and you don't have you don't have any problem with anyone. Everyone loves you. No one hates you. Jande large ke kui changdara me kana update. Mungore kini subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe and comment and hit the like button and hit the link. Please support a brother. Peace.